So for the song Face Facts, just one of few that I have out right now. Much more to come, but in the meantime, I want to kind of go about certain songs that I have out right now and just go behind them and explain what they really mean and the certain the story about them and how they came to be in a sense and what's really going on with that. You know what I mean? So see if we can grow and see if we can vibe together and to overall connect. So what it was is Face Facts is in the name overall, the meaning in the name. But by the way, producer Kelly Portis, dope as fuck. But yeah, it's in the name. It's about a certain situation, a certain phase in my life that I was really just insecure about everything that's going on around me, myself. You know what I mean? I didn't really love myself. I didn't really know how to really go about certain like that in general. You know what I mean? It sounds crazy, but I was just lost. I found my passion, right? I found my passion, but at the same time, I didn't know for sure if I wanted to be like, all right, bet I want to see if I can make money off of this. I want to see if this can be my career. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. At that certain time, I was working at the coat store and at the women's coat store over there on Kirk Road at the L-Rae. And what it was is one of the days, you know what I mean, like the late nights, early morning kind of shit that I apologize to all the managers there. They would, man, I'm sure they had an issue with me for sure because I was always running late. But the thing is, I was always there though. You know what I mean? For sure. But I met this girl one day, and what it was is like something out of a movie. The most cliche fucking thing is, this girl was just a gorgeous girl that just came in by herself, and at that specific time, I was a stock dude. So what it was is I could be in different positions or whatever it was, and it was kind of busy. So they told me to go on the register, and mind you, like when I went on the register, she just so happened to be the first person that I ring out. You know what I mean? And from the get, she was real cool. She was real nice. Like, mind you, like I said, beautiful. You know what I mean? Like in the first verse, I explained how she looks and how she caught my eye and so on and so forth. And one of the things that stood out in the conversation or the light conversation that we had, because I had to say the typical shit. Oh, how are you? You know what I mean? Did you find everything okay? And while I'm saying the typical shit that you need to say to a customer, and they were really on you about that, I'm like, why are you here? Like, why are you here? This beautiful ass girl, Valentine's Day. You know, in my mind, I'm like, well, I know you got a bunch of dudes trying to get at you. You have to. You gotta have a boyfriend. If not, are you buying something for someone else? Or are you going the other way? You know what I mean? So I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So she tells me, she's like, hey, didn't you go to Wabanzi? And mentally, I was like, wait, what? I think this like something out of a movie. I felt like that kid in a teenage fucking movie or whatever. I was like, you remember me? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And from then I was like, try to play it cool or whatever. And I was like, all right, bet. In the story, right? That's where I got the story from, that little conversation or whatever, right? Just to let you know, as an artist, any conversation, any certain thing, and you can see something and it can just turn into a story. I do not know the girl. I don't, and that's one of the things I was kind of shy about explaining what it was, is that I kind of look like a creep because here I go basing a certain song from a girl I have no idea who she is. I don't really know anything about her. Just to put that out there. And it's crazy because some of the people seeing this follow her. I know they have to follow her because she got a decent following to her. You know what I mean? Which is pretty funny. But so from the get, the first verse and the second verse play in that role. You know what I mean? I like how I met the girl and what I was saying to her, and word by word. It was kind of funny how that came together. But the third story just puts the third verse. I mean, puts that story as around is in a bigger picture. You know what I mean? I made it to see what I believe a certain issue in some people's mind right now is that a lot of affection or overall interest is based on how you really look online compared to how you really are in real life. You know what I'm saying? So from the get, in that specific time where the guy was just very insecure, right? Very lost, very mentally just not sure of himself, you know. He looks like a lame online, plain and simple, because of the situation in my life where I was trying to just be away from everybody and make sure this was for me. You know, that frustration that you have when you don't have any energy coming back to you just from the energy you're putting out there, right? So what it was is the girl just really didn't fuck with the dude because of how he looks online and how he looks like a lame. And that certain phase in the life where if you are pursuing a certain career that's very, very difficult to pull off, you know, an actor, an artist, fucking a musician overall, a fucking doctor, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's different overall, but the thing is that I believe everybody goes through a certain phase where nobody really believes in them, and you look a certain way. You know what I mean? I just believe you have to go through that to see if it's really for you. I genuinely believe that. So in that story, in the third verse, the girl and her girls, they laugh at this dude because of where he's at right now, and they don't fuck with them, right? And that can really, really fuck up a person, because sometimes a no is like, why? Why do you not? Okay, why? A no, why? You know, you start to question yourself, and that makes you go on a certain road where you start to, you know, work on yourself, right? And it's a certain issue sometimes because you start to abuse yourself thinking that there's something wrong with you just because this individual doesn't like you, right? This individual doesn't like a certain attribute physically about you, right? And then you try to change that, you know what I mean? And that takes you on a road where you start to abuse yourself and question yourself, and you have to realize, you have to face the facts that sometimes people just don't fuck with you, right? And the difference between now is like, and it's crazy because I'm over here telling you this and I don't have any connection with you. I don't have thousands and thousands and thousands of fans fucking with me at all right now. But I don't care. You'll see in time. In time, you'll see. You know what I mean? But I just want to tell you, you know what I mean? In that certain level that you are right now, if you're pursuing something and you really feel like shit because nobody's really fucking with you, but you believe it in yourself that you know what I mean? Long as you're putting in the work, long as you believe in yourself and you're putting in that work and you're getting better and you're seeing results yourself, that's all that matters, man. Just be realistic at the same time, though. Put in that work and get to work. You know, so yeah, face facts overall on the SoundCloud. You know what I mean? We'll be on everything else pretty soon as well. Just hoping you can fuck with it, and thank you. Much love.